Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to another episode of Gaijin Gaming, top 5 Zelda games. These are the ones that I like. These are my top 5 favorite games that I like. Not saying that Zelda Game A is better than Zelda Game B. I'm saying I like Zelda Game A more than I like Zelda Game B. With that being said, I'm just going to go into it because I've done this like 6 or 7 times and I talk too much. So, number 5, Oracle of Ages. Why Oracle of Ages? Because I like puzzles, and this is a very heavily puzzle-oriented game. And I really liked my favorite thing about this game, Crescent Island, and the Tokay, or the lizard people, and their thieving ways of taking all your stuff when you raft wreck on there, and I liked having to barter your stuff and get it back slowly, and I really like that. So, number 5, Oracle of Ages. Number 4, I don't own anymore. I used to own it. Back in 2007, I studied at Saitama University in Saitama, which is north of Tokyo. And when I was there, I had a Wii, and if you haven't guessed, Twilight Princess, number 4. I really, really, really like Twilight Princess. I like the graphical design, the graphical style, the artistic style of it. Being dark and kind of blurry and hazy gives it that kind of mystique. To me, it actually feels like somebody would be telling a story, and when they're telling it, they're not being like Tolkien and describing a tree for 13 pages in the forest. They're painting things with a wide brush. It kind of gives me that feel that it's actually being told to me. Or, it's being told to somebody and you're just kind of experiencing it. I like the hidden skills, even though, you didn't really need to learn all of them. I thought they were pretty cool. I liked that bit. I liked the Hyrule field, or Hyrulean field, or whatever. That version of it in Twilight Princess, I liked it a lot. Some scenes that I really liked. The King Bulblin, the King Bulblin jousting fight. I like that. I thought that was cool. It was very cinematic to me. I was like, ooh. So, I liked it a lot. The Munchkin Bulblin fight, that's in the Hidden Village, the kind of western fight that makes no sense. I like the quirkiness of it, even though I'm not much of a fan of quirk. It rubbed me the right way because I thought it was hysterical. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I am a big fan of the City in the Sky. It's probably actually, if it's not my favorite, it's definitely one of my favorite dungeons in the Zelda series. Getting that second hook, claw hook, was just really cool. It was just a really great way of doing it, and being able to go through the whole dungeon so much quicker with that thing was just great. The one last thing I'll bring up about it, I really love how they presented the Temple of Time. I thought that was a great way of going through like the doorway and stuff, and going back, and how they presented it. I thought that was really good. That and like the Wind Waker, going back into the Temple of Time and everything being frozen in Wind Waker. That and how Temple of Time Twilight Princess did the Temple of Time, I thought were probably like two of the best ways of doing it. I thought those were both really good ways of doing it. But number 4, Twilight Princess. Number 3, I actually do own. You might be surprised, but it is Skyward Sword. I love this game. I love this game a lot, and I am not one to, like, personally how I play games. It's from the beginning until I see the ending credits. All the extra stuff is extra stuff. If I enjoy the game and I love the game simply because of the main story, great. If I like it even more because of the extra stuff, great. It's extra stuff to me. I don't have time to like go through and get every single little thing. Don't have time for it. So yeah, I mean, sure, can maybe add some things to it, but if I can enjoy the main story without having to do that, or if I really like it without having to do it, more power to the game. And I really love Skyward Sword. I love the controls. I know some people don't like the controls at all. However, I am in the yay category for it, and I honestly hope that future Zelda games have great controls like this. I know some people might not like hearing me say that, but yeah, I really like them. I like the graphical style, I like the artistical style of it, but I prefer the Twilight Princess one a little bit more. The music's good. It's orchestrated, which is really cool. I really like some of the dungeon themes are really really good. My favorite's the hero song. I love that song. Flying is fun. Flying doesn't take that long. You can go places easily. You don't have to constantly be bringing up a map to go know where you're going. You can just use a little icon thing and be like, oh, I want to go there, and then it has that little blue shaft of light, and you'll be like, oh, I want to go there. So, like that a lot. The story I enjoyed, and so if you've not finished the game, don't want spoilers, haven't played it yet, or what have you, skip to wherever this timer thing over somewhere here says to skip to. So, buffer time. Things I liked about the story. I really liked how they presented Link and Zelda's relationship, or how they cared for one another. You got to take in considerations for that. It's a Nintendo game and Japanese culture. They're not going to be like overly expressive of like "I love you" kind of thing. You have to know how the other person's feeling, kind of thing. That's kind of how it is. And so I don't know. It's just not how everybody is. It's just kind of how some people are. We'll just say that. And I thought they did a really good job with it. Yeah, I mean, Link doesn't talk, but I mean, you can tell how he feels through like his actions and how his angry glares, has very pissed off looks at times. I like Fi. I prefer Fi more than Midna. I like Midna too, but I liked Fi more. I think like she didn't really bother me that much, to be honest. And at the end, as she goes on about, once you put the Master Sword in the pedestal, she goes to sleep. It made me sad, not like in the sense of depressed. It made me sad in the same way that watching Toy Story 3 made me sad, and is more of like a yearning for nostalgia, because when she said that, it made me remember like all the other Zelda games that I had played with the Master Sword, and it just kind of, yes, that's a very easy plot device to do, seeing it's kind of like a almost like a story about how the Master Sword became the Master Sword, but it's just, I think, to be able to do that, yet still kind of trigger that nostalgic bit from like all the other Zelda games from over the years, to me, I thought that was done well. Just how I felt. I really love the last bit of the game where you're going through and just having all those hordes of moblins and you're just killing them all. I thought that was great. That sounds really morbid, but I enjoyed that. And the final fight with Demise, yeah, it wasn't difficult, but I liked it. It kind of made me think of that picture a long time ago, how they had Ganondorf and Link sword fighting that they always had in those gaming magazines. It's like what they wanted to do so long ago that they finally got to do, and I thought the lightning strikes were pretty cool. I thought that was sweet. Something that also kind of made me depressed, well, not depressed, but sad, was the race from the sand, the desert, race from the desert. It was kind of like, I don't know, when you hit the stone and they come back to life, it's for them nothing has happened, and they're in that moment, and to me that's really depressing because they're gone. So, especially with like the ship captain, and you go back into his, you have to go to his house to get I believe a key, if I remember correctly. Get like the key, because you have to blow the dust. I think it's key, and you see like the picture of him with his family, and you read the thing from his letter from his child, and then you see the pictures of him and his crew and stuff. And it's just like, oh, that's so sad. But then here he is, and it's just kind of like it. To me, that's just depressing. I guess depressing is the word I want to use for it. So, but yeah, I love Skyward Sword. Onward to number 2. Number 2 on the list. A Link to the Past. Love this game. Like the first 10 minutes, well not 10 minutes, the first minutes of it where it's storming, some of the most memorable stuff for me when it comes to like Super Nintendo, Super Famicom generation games. Love that. Such great. And the thing about it, like I didn't get to play this game until like 10 years after it came out. And yet, 20 years later after this game has come out, they're still using like the Master Sword. They have Death Mountain, the Lost Woods, the whatever the hell the village is called. I don't remember off the top of my head. But things like that, they still have some of the elements that were introduced in that game. That's a testament to it. That's telling. That is really telling. And like, you know, Matt pulling the Master Sword from the pedestal, freaking great. That's just yeah. That's. I wish they had Pegasus boots. I mean, they kind of have it with Skyward Sword, where you're doing the dash thing. But I also think that this game has some of the best balance in the game, and in the series. This probably has the best balance in the series. And what I mean by that is, it's not only it can be challenging, but it also can be pretty easy at times. But it's not just with puzzle, but also with action, because I think after this game came out, a lot of the other games became a whole lot easier in the action department. I'm not saying some of the puzzles can be definitely kind of like what do you need to do, but definitely I think it's gotten easier from an action standpoint. And I thought this game had a good mix. Yeah, it could be definitely frustrating at times. I remember the village in the dungeon in the Dark World, and that's another thing, is that like parallel worlds. That's anywho, the dungeon in the Dark World in the village where you had to throw the bomb. That took me forever to figure out. That or like to get into that stupid dungeon took forever for me to figure out. But love this game. Yeah, that's why it's number 2. Now, number 1. What do you think it is? I'll give you. Okay, time's up. Screw it. Number 1, Link's Awakening. My favorite game. Now, there's something I don't know. Something just I adore about this game, and I don't know what it is. Something intrinsic, some sort of intrinsic value that makes me love this game. Could it be that there's Goombas that you go from top view to side view? Could it be that the control? I like how it controls. I like the A, using the A and B buttons like that. Could be the music. I sure know it's not when you get the power ups, because that tune is annoying. But like Tall Heights, favorite theme in the Zelda series. But I like, you could steal stuff and then get zapped by the shopkeeper when you go back, and everybody hates you for stealing stuff and stuff like that. The fishing, I love that. Just so much about this game that just, I just love this game. And then like something that just so like something I really really like about the game is that when you meet up with Marin on the beach. And it has this thing, it's like, now's your chance to impress her, or something like that. It's so corny, but so funny. And I really, really liked it. And it's got that, is it a dream? Is it not a dream? Kind of, like, atmosphere to it. And it's, I don't know, I've always kind of liked that kind of view towards things, I like one of my favorite Edgar Allan Poe poems is like A Dream Within a Dream. Love that poem. But my favorite Zelda game is Link's Awakening. So 5 Oracle of Ages, 4 Twilight Princess, 3 Skyward Sword, 2 Link to the Past, 1 Link's Awakening. Okay, that being said, I failed miserably at National Novel Writing Month. Didn't get 50,000. I got like 20,000. But I have set a goal for myself to write at least 10,000 words each month. So it's definitely got me to write again. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. I made the videos because Skyward Sword came out, and I really like the game. So thank you, Nintendo, for an awesome game, and for 25 years of Zelda. So that's really about it, guys. I hope your November went well, and do expect more videos in the near future because I'm not as busy. So, yeah. So that's it, and have a good day.